Today we're going to be talking about the included food aboard the Enchanted Princess, everything from the buffet to room service to the pizza. Let's get started. Hi everyone, AJ here from Byte Size Cruises. Today I want to do a quick review of the included food aboard the Enchanted Princess. So to get started, in case you don't know what included food means or how we are defining it, it's any food that doesn't have an additional charge while you're on board. So when it comes to the Enchanted Princess, that's going to mean the buffet, the main dining room, Salty Dog's Grill, and Alfredo's Pizza, and the International Cafe. So those are the places that you can mainly get additional included food. The other thing is that if you have Princess Plus or Princess Premier, which most people on board would have, your room service is also going to be included. The delivery fee is waived for most of it, but there are certain items on there that are not included. So we won't be discussing those, but we will talk about room service kind of in general. To start off, I did not do a lot of eating in the main dining room. The timings for dinner did not work out for me, and that was because I did not sign up early enough for times. So if you are planning on utilizing the main dining room, make sure that you work that timing out ahead of time. I did have breakfast in the main dining room. It was good. The service was good. Honestly, there was no food I had on board that I didn't enjoy, but I just ended up having like a bagel and cream cheese for breakfast one day. And yeah, it was good. Next up, we have the buffet. So I am the anomaly in the group. I actually love the buffet because I really love Indian food. However, I will say there was not as much Indian food on board the Enchanted Princess as I am normally used to. There was really only one day where they had something that I was interested in eating, and there was only the one station kind of in the middle of the buffet that had the Indian food. That being said, it was great. Something I love about the buffet aboard the Enchanted Princess is that they have an entire cheese section where there's just different cheeses out more or less all day. There are a few times that the buffet does close, but it is open from like 5 a.m. until almost 1 a.m. with something. And the cheese section I really like because I could just go get a little plate of cheese. There were some nights where we were doing dinner kind of late. And on those nights, I wanted a little snack. I went up there and it wasn't just like cheddar and mozzarella, though they did have mozzarella, but they actually had brie out. They had a lot of different cheeses and I loved that. The other thing that I will say is that the buffet felt extremely fresh. The food was constantly being updated and everything I ate in there tasted really good. And there was a pretty good variety to choose from. They did have everything kind of broken out in different sections with a specific vegetarian section where they had vegetarian and vegan options for some of the more like daily themed items that they had out, which I really appreciated. As far as buffets go, it all felt very clean. The traffic moved well. I find that the buffets are often one of the choke points, and while it was crowded in there a lot, there was only a couple days where it was hard to get a seat, and those were like port days where the timing for all the other restaurants was weird. So yeah, the buffet was really good. It was back last time I was on a princess ship. They were still serving you because of COVID, and it was back to serving yourself. The one thing I will note is I find it very strange where the beverage stations were. It did feel like you still weren't supposed to get your own drinks, which I found weird, but not a big deal. Next up, I want to talk about the International Cafe. So that is down on 5, and that is kind of a grab and go casual situation where they have the same menu pretty much every day of items like sandwiches. They had these little pizza muffin things. It changes for breakfast. They always have cookies. It's the one place on board you can get a warm cookie. Pro tip for everyone. The International Cafe food was good. It's kind of cafeteria feeling, like everything's kind of pre-made and put out, and then you go up and you ask them for it, and you can either get it toasted or eat it as is. They have like one sandwich type thing that changes out from day to day, but otherwise it was pretty much the same food every day. I enjoyed eating there, kind of similar to the buffet. It was just, since it was always open, it was easy to grab stuff in between meals if you were feeling a little hungry. My favorite thing there was a caprese sandwich that was really good. I enjoyed that a lot. They also had, desserts there all day, and that is where you could get your coffee. So it was kind of the second place on board to get coffee, or your specialty coffee if you had the packages that included that. The service was fast, even though there was usually a line there. It did move quickly. That area was a little hard to find a seat in because there wasn't a ton of seating in the area. But all in all, good food, tasted fresh even though it was pre-made. I will say that the little pizza muffins, one of the things that we kind of learned the hard way is in the time that they're toasting it, they do not get warm enough to be truly enjoyable to eat. So I would say with that in mind to give that specific item a pass or ask them to toast it again. But all in all, the International Cafe was really good food that you could get quickly, eat, and get on your way. Next up, back up on the pool deck, we have the Salty Dog Grill. I will admit I did not eat at the Salty Dog Grill. That is because of my allergies. The cross-contamination from beef is harder to avoid. So I did not eat there. However, from what different people on the ship were saying, everyone that I saw trying it seemed to enjoy it. Apparently the French fries were fantastic as far as like on-ship French fries goes. And I didn't hear any complaints about it being up there. Next up is Alfredo's Pizza. So there's two pizza places on board. One is a casual dining place, and the other is the included on the pool deck. So this is the included on the pool deck. I really like Princess's pizza that's included. I know some people don't, but I think it's one of the better pizzas, probably next to MSC. It is my favorite pizza aboard a cruise ship. There is not a ton of variety. They basically have the same three flavors every day, maybe one rotated out. I ate up there on 2 different days for lunches, and I ended up with just the plain cheese both days. But I really enjoyed the cheese, and it was really good. It's a really fast option. I found it very strange that place was not as busy as the Salty Dog. So I was able to just walk up and get a piece every time I wanted one. And when I would go up there, it wasn't like mobbed or anything. So as far as cruise ship pizza goes, definitely give it a try if you're on board. It was really good. And then there is the room service. So if you aren't aware, you can get room service delivered anywhere on the ship. The beautiful thing about the medallions is that they can track you. So they know what general area you're in and they will bring it to you. So there were a couple nights where the timing for dinner just didn't quite work out really well, and we ended up going to shows and then it was too late to eat anywhere other than the buffet or the International Cafe, and just over having those because I had eaten there plenty of times. So I did the room service. So the one night I got quesadillas and French fries. Another night I got grilled cheese. They were good. They are being carried through the ship, so they don't always arrive the warmest. However, the quesadilla had more than one type of cheese, and the pico de gallo that they served with it was really good. So the fact that you can, order it from Princess Live while you're watching a show is huge and wonderful, and I loved that. And then the food was good. It was sustaining. It wasn't anything to write home about. Like, I'm not sitting here going, it's not like the cheesecake at O'Malley's where I want to go back on a cruise just to have it, but it wasn't bad. I thoroughly enjoyed what I ate there. And then kind of a bonus item is the soft serve ice cream. So up outside of the buffet, you will find Swirls, which is where they have the soft serve ice cream. You have to be careful when you go. So the first day I went, and I was kind of disappointed because the ice cream was really grainy. It had that like low quality soft serve feel, but I really wanted ice cream another night, and I went up there and I tried it again. And that night it was on par. It is definitely not like the best soft serve at sea. It is just ice cream, but that second night it actually was nice and creamy and what you expect from soft serve and not full of ice crystals. So just know that it can be hit or miss. I think it has something to do with when the machine is cleaned and renewed and how frozen the ice cream is when it comes out. The first night I kind of gave it a little bit of a pass. That's why I came back, because they are very busy and I didn't want to be that person who was like, their busy time is when I tried their ice cream and it was terrible. So it was good when I went back to try it again. And so that is the food in general. On board, all of the included food was really good. It was better than I can make at home. Everything that I had was the correct temperature, except the pizza muffin. And the flavors were all well done. So to touch on kind of the second thing is service. In all of these places, the service was good. The onboard in general, everybody was very prompt for the most part. I will say that the later you order room service, the less likely it is to find you if you are out and about. So we did have one night where Melinda ordered a quesadilla about 3 minutes after I did. Mine came, hers did not. And there was a couple other times where Peter and Melinda ordered things and it never arrived. And normally that was later at night, so I don't know if it's something with the rules or I don't know what happened. So the room service was the one place where it was kind of hit or miss about if your stuff came. Also, your stuff comes separately from where it's coming from. So if you order a drink from the bar and you order coffee and you order food, you're going to get 3 trays. They're not going to like go get them and bring them together, which from an efficiency standpoint, I get. But from like a service standpoint, it is kind of, you're juggling 3 trays then. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your ordering. Overall, the service on board was fantastic. I didn't see a single staff person that looked like they were miserable or didn't want to be there. Everyone was so kind and went out of their way to make sure that you were having a great vacation. And they didn't seem like it was a terrible place to work or that they were being mistreated. Next to when we were on the Meraviglia in the yacht club, this is the happiest staff that I have seen. And that really comes through in the service, where when the staff is treated well, that reflects on your vacation. So I was really happy to see that. I do not have any complaints about the service. I don't have any complaints about the food. Overall, eating on board was delightful and simple, and I could have easily not spent any extra money and been very happy with the food and the service that I got. And yeah, that is my review of the included food aboard the Enchanted Princess. If you enjoyed this video or any of the other videos on our channel, I would please ask that you like this video and subscribe. It really does help the channel out. All right, and that wraps it up. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.